Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. In today's video, I have another best class setup for you guys, and this is on a weapon that is a really awesome weapon, honestly, in Call of Duty World War II. It's a unique weapon. Well, it's not really unique. It kind of looks exactly like the Type 100, which I don't really understand why they made two weapons that look the exact same, really. But this weapon is unique in the way that it performs, and it is awesome. Some people like to say this weapon is the Vesper of World War II. I would agree with that statement because this weapon is a monster, and I'm uploading this video. It's kind of like an early morning upload, which is sort of unique for me, so I'd appreciate all you guys watching this, you know, whether you're watching when it first comes out or you're watching it 22 years later. I'd appreciate if you guys could drop a like on this thing. That would be absolutely awesome. Of course, I appreciate all the support on my World War II videos so far and all that sort of stuff. Let's talk about it. Now, this gun is the Waffe, or how me and my friends call it, the waffle gun. That's just what I call it. And this gun, it does look visually very similar to the Type 100. It does play sort of similar. However, this gun has a lot different strengths compared to the Type 100. And I actually have been enjoying this. This is a gun that I sort of ignored a little bit at the first day or two of the game. But once you get a handle on this and once you get the right setup, this gun can be absolutely awesome. Now, the thing that people say, this is the Vesper of World War II. Basically, they're talking about the Vesper from Black Ops 3. Now, of course, it's not as strong as the Vesper was in its prime, but it is stronger than the Vesper was at its weakest point. Now, the reason why they're saying that is the Vesper was known for a gun that could literally kill people pretty much instantly. And in this game, the fastest fire rate guns are going to be under your SMG category, the Waffle, which, you know, the Waffe, and then, of course, the Thompson. Those are the two that are going to act most like the Vesper, and that's why it works so damn well on a map like Point du Hoc. This map, let's be honest, if you're a shotgun player, you are probably busted nuts all over this map, because this map is made for shotgun players, and it's also made for a Vesper player. So it's made for a gun like this, and this gun really is awesome. As you guys can see, with that extended mags, that's that little thing hanging out the side of my gun. It is kind of cool. It can be sort of annoying how it covers it. And another thing I want to mention about this gun is that with this gun, I actually have a variant for it. It's an epic variant called the Soggy. However, that changes the iron sights of this gun, and that's why even though that variant would give me a 10% boost in XP, I choose to rock with just the base variant as you see me using in this gameplay, because I prefer how this gun looks and how this gun's default sight is. Now, that's something about different variants that, you know, we can talk about later, but basically, I want to say, if you're not comfortable with the variant, don't feel like you have to use it, because that's how I felt. I felt like I have to use this variant because you know, the extra XP, and if I have an epic gun, I might as well use it, but I wasn't doing very well. As soon as I switch over to this, I get, you know, 60 plus kills and stuff like that, and I really do find that the base variant for this gun is so damn strong. So let's talk about it, a class setup for this gun. First of all, this gun, you gotta know how to use it. If you're using this gun incorrectly, you're gonna hate it. This is made for up close and personal. This is not made for medium range at all. This is a super high recoil gun, and it is, you know, super fast to kill as well. Now, the first thing about this gun is that a lot of the times I say, you know, airborne. Of course, I'm running airborne with this class up as well. And you guys hear me say airborne a lot for SMGs. Now, with other SMGs, I can say airborne is the best, most likely, but you can rock, you know, other things. However, the only way to get a silencer is through airborne, and the way you get to run fast is through airborne as well. And those two synchronize so well with this weapon because, number one, it's a close range gun. So you want to be able to run fast. You want to get up in people's faces. Number two, this gun already has no range on it. And the silencer, of course, is known for keeping you stealthy off the minimap, but it also reduces your range by 30%, but who really gives a damn, because you're not supposed to be using this gun at range anyway. So running a silencer and running fast synchronize so well. So honestly, I say 100% of the time, you have to really use airborne with this class setup, and that's what I 1000% recommend. As far as the attachments for this thing, you need extended mags, and that's another one with this gun. Much like the Vesper was in Black Ops 3, there's not really many choices right here. The fire rate on this thing is absolutely insane, and I 100% recommend rocking extended mags unless you're rocking Hustle, but I think Hustle's kind of a waste if you can, you know, sort of take that out with just one attachment. Extended mags, you can still get 2 to 3 kills with this gun with one clip, and I think that it's definitely something that is needed. The other attachment I have on this gun, pretty self-explanatory. It is going to be the grip. Of course, you're going to need grip on a gun that has so much recoil. Even though this gun is meant to stay up close and personal, you're still going to have a crap load of recoil, and sometimes you can't avoid those medium range gunfights, and that's why I recommend having grip. Now, as far as the basic training, this is what kind of completes this class setup in my opinion. This basic training is Gunslinger, and this is one that is very, very, honestly good. Like, it's probably the best one for hardcore. Basically what it does is it's sort of like gung-ho, I guess you could say. You can see me running around, and my gun is already halfway up as I'm running around. This allows me to get into gunfights a lot quicker and to react to gunfights a lot quicker, which is amazing for a gun like this, which honestly in this game, quick draw does not help you when you're out of a sprint. So having this gung-ho, basically, which is the basic training Gunslinger, allows me to get ready for those gunfights earlier, which is a major key with a fast-firing gun like this, where you're trying to catch enemies off guard, but you're also going to get caught off guard yourself, because as you can see, I'm sprinting around, but I do have my gunny up. And that's definitely the best setup for this gun, is with that Gunslinger. It also allows you to fire while sprinting, which synchronizes well with the airborne, because you're going to be sprinting a lot and be sprinting a lot faster, and it allows you to do all this sort of stuff, which is absolutely awesome with this gun. And I really do think that it is the right setup for this gun, because you want to keep them up at close range, and you want to basically be able to run through enemies, and that's what you're able to do with this Waffe setup. Now, I think this gun is probably the best SMG on a map like this. It works very well on certain maps. Of course, this map, at first I hated this map. In the beta, I didn't like this map. Now it's quickly becoming one of my favorite maps in the game because of setups like this. It works perfectly, as you can see. If I catch these enemies before they catch me, I'm going to be melting them every single time, and that's why I find that Gunslinger is so damn important. As far as a secondary in this class setup, honestly, I always say run the machine pistol. Just becomes the easiest for me. Machine pistol with extended mags, if you do have extended mags, would be the best. Of course, it takes a while to unlock extended mags. I think I'm only like halfway there, so I think I have just quick draw on or something like that. And another change I make for this class setup is I do run the Semtex instead of the frag grenade. Even though statistically the frag grenade is better because it has a 1 meter bigger blast radius, if you didn't know, 6 meters on the blast radius for the frag grenade and 5 meters on the blast radius for the Semtex, I still think that the Semtex is something that you can throw a lot quicker and keep running around with your gun up, and I find that that's why I choose it on this class setup. And honestly, I'm starting to choose a lot more on my more SMG based setups, because having a frag grenade is awesome. You can toss it from long distances, kill people off of objectives, and make game winning plays, but I usually toss it every single life. You see, like, I just toss it randomly sometimes, and having the Semtex, it only takes half a second to toss, compared to cooking that frag can take more time out of my game. And if you think about it, oh, that only costs you a second or two, but when I'm doing that every single life, and say you die 20 times in a game, that could cost you a minute of your gameplay, which could cost you 10 or 15 kills, you know. So it is a big deal when you actually ramp that up, and that's why running with the Semtex definitely works a lot better, in my opinion, with these SMG setups. The frag still is the stronger grenade statistically, but I do like this gun, and I definitely think that this gun is one that is overlooked. A lot of people go straight for the PPSH or the grease gun or the MP40, and that's what I did. It's like those are the celebrity guns, you know. You're a sucker for the name and you go for those. You don't look at the gun that's, what is this, a waffle? I thought that's what I eat for breakfast. No, this gun should not be overlooked, and it definitely is amazing, just like the Thompson, with this fire rate, which is something that you need in a game like this, because assault rifles fire so fast. The M19, the FG42, the STG even, these are fast firing guns, and when you can stack rapid fire on them, it's scary, right? So having a gun like this means I'm comfortable. The only people that are going to beat me up close, if I don't mess up, of course, is going to be shotgun players, and honestly, shotguns, you know, deserve to beat you up close, and that's what they're there for. But most of the time with this gun, having the gun ready, you catch people. I mean, look at these kills I'm getting in the gameplay right now. I'm catching people who are throwing grenades, who are looking the other way, who are reloading when I'm ready for the gunfight, and that's a major key in a Twitch shooter like Call of Duty, and that's what this gun specializes in. It's not as good as the PPSH at long range, but at close range, you will not be able to beat this one, even if you stack up rapid fire on other guns. This gun does not need rapid fire because of how fast it is automatically, and it is so fun to just run around, hip fire, spray people down. Honestly, one of the most fun games I had was playing with this thing, and this gun is freaking awesome. So hope you guys did enjoy enjoyed today's video. Once again, I just want to mention about the variant thing there too, is with the soggy variant that I have, and I'm not sure how the other variants work of this gun, but it sort of changes the iron sights to be more of like just more scrambled, a bit more fat and wide, and I really don't like that. So I stuck to this base variant, and there's one with the MP40. I also have the Son of Mars, which I'm not really sure if I like that sight better. I think it's really awesome that, you know, it's they say cosmetic only, but they still change the iron sights, which makes people want to get the variant. So it's all kind of cool, and I'm kind of cool with that. But I definitely think that this base variant of this gun is very amazing, and it's definitely something that I would put over some of the variants at least, but it's all up to personal preference with that, of course. It's always better to run the variant because you get more XP, but whatever you're most comfortable with will be your best class. Thanks for watching, guys. Sub for a cookie. Drop a like if you made it to the end, and subscribe if you guys are new, and don't looky. And I'm out. Peace.